welcome to the Inspire series. Terilee Harrison, I'm so happy to see you today. How are you?
I am wonderful and just so delighted to be here, Dale. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, I'm so excited, as everyone can obviously tell, because this amazing woman is in Singapore at the moment. And we have met only online. We've never met in person as yet. We're planning and plotting and scheming to rectify that situation. But Terilee is the most extraordinary connector. Firstly, you'll experience her incredible energy and her love for people and how dynamic and exciting she is. But what she's doing in the world is bringing together amazing people from literally all across the world. And is that a good description of what you do, Terilee?
I think you did fabulous. In fact, I'm going to bring you everywhere.
So, Terilee, first, I like to start off with a power pose because it's just really great for our body. And I don't know, sitting down on chairs, my gosh, my back's really starting to feel it. So it's really, really simple. You can do it sitting down. All you do is you lift your arm in the air.
Okay.
Lift your head slightly up. Shut your eyes. Three big deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out hard. Breathe in, breathe out hard. Breathe in, breathe out hard. Relax your shoulders, bring your arms down and leave your chest up. It looks so beautiful.
Wow.
That
was awesome.
It looks so
great. Awesome.
Tells your brain that things are going pretty well, so you're more likely to be resilient when things go badly. And when things trouble you, instead of collapsing again, you think taller and calmer, lifting up your chest. And that is how you gain resilience through all this craziness.
I love it. Thank you so much for that.
So, Terilee, what I'd like to ask you is, what's been like a silver lining or something beautiful that's happened to you because of the lockdown?
Oh, that is like the best question. For me, when you talked about I'm introducing people from all over the world and I'm a connector, is that I was already in the online networking space before this happened, Dale. So in fact, I have pictures of me 6 years ago with brown hair on my iPad networking across the US. But the thing is, 6 years ago, people weren't ready. And like we were on Google Plus and so imagine all you Zoom fans, Google Plus, you could, if you remember, you could only have 10 people. So you could never really grow a group because you couldn't, have a bunch of guests come in and you were always like stagnant, right? Your group was always just destined to be like this big. So we stopped that after a year. People weren't ready. 18 months ago, it's as if, Dale, someone had sat me down and said, there's going to be a pandemic in 2020. You should take your business online. So I went back online again. And the thing about it was, guess what, Dale? No one was ready yet. Okay? And technology was ready, because y'all see that. Technology's ready for this. We're witnessing it now. But people still said, I don't like to network on the screen. I can't get the same thing out of it. I like to network face to face. And so it was growing, but it wasn't like widely accepted. So the silver lining, if there has to be something good in all of this happening and all of us just being shut away and all these things, it's that suddenly people understand. And now all the foundation that I laid all those months, I was just like poised and ready to go. So since the lockdown, we have gone from just being in North America to being out of South Africa, the UK. We have someone ready to help us build in India. We have someone ready to help us build out of Australia. And we have numerous members from different places, like we would never guess, like Barbados and Sri Lanka. And I have Pakistan and Armenia. And you'd never guess. So it's like, it's if someone had their foot on a hose, it's like someone took that foot off. And so we're able to actually like serve people, help people, and help them make global connections. So it's been extraordinary. It's been an extraordinary time of being at home working in front of my screen.
That's amazing. And it's so exciting. And yeah, so I kind of feel like, because we can't connect with each other in person, that we're hungry. What I think is so beautiful, it's humanity being hungry to connect with other people and putting away our misgivings about being online or anything. It's just like, that is who we are made to be. We're made to be in relationship with each other,
Yes.
and nothing can stop it.
I think there are some people that might have at first, especially because at first the lockdown was like, okay, so remember what people were doing? It was a while ago now, but they were watching Netflix and all these things, and some people in the beginning might have been like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, and came inward. But I think that it didn't take long for them to know, I've got to connect. Yeah.
Beautiful. And could you share with us someone who has really inspired you in your life?
Most of you, I'm sure, have never heard of my mother. Her name is Bobby Tussing. She actually has passed away now, 19 years. My mom had juvenile diabetes, and she had gotten it when she was diagnosed when she was 13 years old. And do you know people that have conditions and yet they don't take care of themselves? Anybody? There's a lot of humans out there, right? But my mom, I never saw her cheat one time from the time that I knew her. And she was just always, she knew she wanted to have children. She had myself and my sister, that's 2 years younger than I am. And she was just determined that she was going to take the best care of herself possible because she wanted to live to see us raised. And it takes a lot of discipline and determination, not to go sneak off and have these things, and she just really put her whole heart and soul into supporting us in everything we did. And truly, as far as like a focused, loving, disciplined person, I don't think there's anybody that I've ever met that has replicated that. And so I miss her every day. I believe that, not to quote like the Lion King, but that whole thing about like when they tell Simba that his dad lives in him. Like, I think that many of the things that I am and what I'm about are because of her. And so I just hope to be this much disciplined like that in my life. I think that makes us winners, right? When we can just stay with it and be that disciplined. So Bobby Tussing is the one who inspired me.
I love it. Yeah, I definitely do think that our parents live in us, and I think that it takes you a while in your life to have lived enough life to be able to look back and go, I can actually see that. And look, yeah, absolutely. With my mum, she was just like a massive encourager of everyone who ever came near her. And now I'm a coach, and my sister's a sports psychologist. So, like, my goodness, that is just so beautiful. And I think it's so interesting, the discipline aspect, that quiet, unwavering commitment is a really, really incredibly inspiring aspect.
It is. And you know what? She passed away when she was 58. I was 34. And I mean, she suffered a lot those last 10 years. And the one thing that I know now is that, like, diabetes and the treatment of diabetes has come so far, right? It's come so far over the years. And so for those who have it, I just want to be of an encouragement to you. And it's not like, don't think, oh my gosh, 58 is quite young. Don't get me wrong, 58 is quite young. But for those times, and for, it actually, she had it 45 years at the time she passed away, and her physician, she was her like oldest diagnosis with her physician. And I think that people can do much more now, but it's going to take that care. It's going to take that self-care. And so this is the message for all of us, no matter whether you're healthy now, no matter whether you have a condition of some type, but we all need to put our self-care first. And I'm speaking to myself too, right? As someone told me recently, you can't do what you want to do in your business if you don't have the health to do it. And hello, we all want to change the world. And so let's go do it. But we have to take care of ourselves.
Yes, and I think you were telling me before about having an assistant, and that is a huge thing, taking all that pressure off you, doing things that you that were kind of holding you back because that's not your thing, and giving you the freedom to be able to have way more impact.
I was. And so I want to say to anybody that's thinking about whether you even have a And this does go with self-care. It does. Whether you're even thinking remotely about bringing someone on even 10 hours a week, don't think it has to be a full-time assistant, but someone to take some of the things off your plate. Because really, actually, when I told you we're doing the podcast, I'm going to yoga after, it's probably because of the assistant that I'm not like crazy having to do something in between the next call that allows me to go and put myself first. So you are so right. So I just want to encourage anyone, you'll feel like a new person. You're going to feel, you have this, let's talk about the calm. You're going to have this extra space to be able to sneak in your own self-care and just to be able to be at peace instead of on to the next thing. And because I don't think we're designed in our businesses to be the one who does everything. What do you think, Dale?
I totally agree. And also it's giving work to someone else. People need work.
They do. And there's things when you said, okay, spreadsheets are not my friend. So it's like, oh my gosh, I want to be out talking to the people, which I know Dale, you do too. So it's like anything that's not your friend, that is the thing. And yes, let's give somebody some work right now.
Yeah.
And maybe you're not ready for full time, but just start somewhere. You are going to be so glad you did.
Fantastic. So Terilee, could you tell us about a time in your life when you've reinvented yourself?
I sure can. So for me, coming to Singapore was a big step. We came from Southern California, and all I knew over the last 11 years at the time was I've been in the business networking industry for all these years, like for 14 years now, and it was all in Los Angeles. And so the whole idea, we came from my husband's work, and the whole idea of coming to this new place where I'm going to be plucked away from my people and what I do. It was an interesting, and going to a different culture, right? It was just an interesting time for me to be able to do that. But I was on the adventure. I was willing. And what an adventure it is when you go and allow yourself to experience new things. And even Dal, the opportunity, like, don't laugh, we're not neighbors, but yet we're more neighbors than I ever was in the States, right? And so the adventures you get to have now, it's just stunning. But sometimes we have to be willing to give up who we are, what we're doing, and just immerse ourselves in something new. Sometimes it's part of the journey of our family. And so I don't know if anyone is facing that. I bet there's a lot of people facing change right now. And I just want to invite you to embrace it. I mean, we literally sold everything we had. We literally came to Singapore with 18 boxes, and my husband's a teacher. A lot of them are his books, like we literally started over to come. And there was beauty, Dale, there was beauty in getting rid of all the things too, because our things don't really matter. We think they do. I got so much joy. People would buy something that I had, and like my things would like go to a new home and get a new life. And it sounds silly because they're not real, but yet that brought me joy that people were enjoying my things. But so now I've started accumulating again. But the one thing that did come was my Supergirl cape. You do see that, but it's funny what you prioritize. But reinventing myself is really, though, I don't think that I would be doing what I'm doing and speaking with the UK and India and Australia and all these people if I was still in California. I probably, because you know what, there's plenty of networking in California. There's plenty of people, and that concept of lack and plenty, there was, Los Angeles had it all when it came to people. So it's been a gift, it's been a journey, and that's my reinvention.
I love it. Well, it has been such a delight, and I feel so blessed to know you. I feel so honored that you would come on this with me, and I'm excited about what you're doing in your life, and how I can be a part of that, and can't wait to meet you in person in Sydney.
Oh, we're going to do it. I want to thank you for your time. I'm delighted to know you, and just really thrilled that you would want to chat with me. So Dale, it's been a pleasure.
Fantastic. So Terilee Harrison, have an awesome day. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.